Hello, I'm John Perry, and I'm joined by Representative Glenn Steil. Representative, welcome.
Thank you.
A lot going on around the state capitol these days. Folks have probably heard a lot about the extended sales tax on services.
Right.
That's the tax that would put a surcharge on bronzing baby shoes, some type of lawn care,
Right.
skiing, but not golfing. It's
Winners and losers.
Well, winners and losers. It's very confusing. A lot of people are having a hard time figuring it out.
Right.
And whether or not it even goes into effect right now is still up in the air, isn't it?
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of this stupid tax that we passed, which I did not pass, but majority of the House and Senate did pass, and it's a tax on services and winners and losers, and it's just ridiculous that we're even trying to get rid of something we should have never have gotten in the first place. This economy is struggling, and we keep on dealing and talking about things that are not going to get this economy back on its feet. And frankly, I'm frustrated about it. I want us to be a more competitive state, a more friendly state for businesses, because people are struggling out there. The ones that are lucky and fortunate enough to still have jobs are in survival mode. And until we get out of that mode, we're going to see this type of thing happen. I'm not necessarily completely a partisan person where I am a Republican, but I don't believe Democrats are evil people. I have friends that are Democrats, and we say hi to each other. We are friendly with each other. But frankly, the direction that the Democrats are taking us in the state is not where we need to go. We need to talk about becoming a right-to-work state. We need to talk about getting rid of all of our business taxes and becoming maybe a fair tax state. We need to have things like government transparency, and that everything the government spends is on a website, and you can look, anyone in the whole world, or anyone in the state for that matter, could look and see what this government spends on every little thing.
They talk about jobs, they talk about foreclosures, they worry about the home down the street maybe that's been foreclosed, and at the same time they see in the paper or they hear on the radio about the legislature taking testimony on anti-spanking legislation or something like that.
Yeah, it's driving people crazy. And I don't blame them. They're frustrated. They tell me they're frustrated. And for the most part, people are just frustrated with everyone, But it matters that we have a Democrat-controlled House and a Democrat governor, because they're driving the agenda. The reason we have these taxes is not a coincidence. It is because they have been voted in power. We have tried to hold the line when we had power. When we held the House, and we still hold the Senate, we tried to hold the line. We tried to keep the spending under inflation. There's lots of things that we would like to do, but we just can't do that because it puts a burden on this state. We need to make sure that it's in check, that government employees, for the most part, aren't making more than regular people that are taxpayers out there. And I think that there's some imbalance right now. We need to get this state back on its feet for long-term and short-term.
And I'm John Perry. Thank you for joining us on Capitol Report.